Live. I think we're live again. Now, what happened there was when I closed my phone down, I meant to close the app and I accidentally pressed end.
What mic are you on? Your phone's not in. What mic are you?
Hello? Is that better? Is that working? That's very loud. You can't hear that?
You're not very loud. All I can hear is me back.
Oh, bugger.
Are you taking from the other mic? You got a second mic up.
I haven't. I'll take it down. Is that better?
There he is.
There we go. Hey, we've got our viewers back. Hello, everybody. I made a boo-boo. I accidentally ended the stream prematurely. Now, it doesn't matter though, because everyone's back. What did you say?
Probably. Do you not think you did everyone a favor? Maybe.
Probably. This is the most awful stream I think we've ever done.
Ever.
But got some nice lights.
Where?
Up there, look, flashing. Those ones. Do you like them?
No.
I'll turn them off then.
No.
I'll turn them off.
Can I be honest?
They're off.
It might be because I'm in a bit of a bad mood anyway. You may not have noticed. I'm in a bad.
I have noticed that. Yeah.
No, can you? I was wondering as it was going round. Can you get those to read audio?
Yes. Do you want to see that in action?
I absolutely do.
What? I mean, we could just use the audio from the stream.
Are you thinking about copyright?
Hello. No. Yeah. So let's put that there. It'll listen to me.
Bow chicka wow wow. Oh, that's
good, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. You can change it so it's an individual color or a load of different colors or whatever you want. And you can't really see, and I'm not going to risk setting it up again. But it does like a wave. It has like a starting point and it goes out and then comes back in.
I like that. Like the equalizer.
Like the shed is alive. And imagine if I had them behind the desk as well. So like when you talk, the whole shed talks back to you. That's what I'm going for.
What you need to do is when you start that initiate and it plays that audio just for that time, it reads the audio, kind of does the lights in time with the audio. So it's like, vroom, it goes, vroom, and then it settles on a color.
Yeah. I want it to do is I want it to go and like go all the way around the shed, and then as it gets to the peak, all the other lights turn on in the shed. That's what I want to get to.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a man with a lot of time on his hands.
I just like smart home stuff. I like playing with it. I like being in a comfortable space, and I like making things work. Like playing with this stuff. My idea of a dream day out.
Well, those who don't know, and it's probably most of you, Chris actually has motion sensors in his home, which will turn on lights as he goes through it if the sun has set. Literally throughout his house. It's brilliant. I love it. Hallway stairs, landing, I think.
Yeah. So that when we're walking up and we're carrying our son, we walk out into the hallway, the light comes on, you don't have to take your hand off to push a button, you just carry him, get to the top, and they go off again.
Get to the top,
and then it waits 10 seconds and then turns them off.
Oh, that's good. Maybe if you had something smart tech that stopped you slipping as you went to the top, falling over and cracking a rib.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Yeah, something like that would be fantastic.
How is the rib, by the way?
Agony.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing right there is Father of the Year. He had his little baby George cradled in his arms, and rather than risk hurting the little man, he turned himself and literally cracked a rib. Kudos.
On a wall.
On a wall. I mean, how do you crack a rib on a wall?
It was a corner of a wall.
No. Let's stop now. Stop now.
Really,
I'm really quite squeamish. You know, I've got a new client, dental practice, and I filmed an implant the other day.
Yeah.
I still can't look at the footage. I've got to edit it.
Oh, you're funny.
How much were they, by the way?
They are £29 for 10 meters.
Oh, that's reasonable.
I bought 3 lots. To do the whole shed was 20 meters.
All right.
But they didn't send me 3. They sent me 2 and some earphones. So they're going back. But I don't know whether I'd like to do it across the whole back of the shed, but I also like the idea of having these in my house, so I might use the other ones in the house. Not sure yet.
I'm sure Rachel will love that.
She won't like it, but I'll do it when she's not there.
No, that was sarcasm if you hadn't picked up on it. Okay. I'm glad that we actually crashed because I was able to send that video to the client. So everyone's happy. Okay. So my next thing is actually, I don't mind saying I haven't done much prep for this one. And Chris sent me this, but actually this has been on my wish list for ages. And I haven't been able to bring myself to buy it, but this is the best price I've seen, and it's this bad boy.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get one of these.
It looks such a simple device, and I've actually, with the ring light attached, I sent a link for these to a client, a beauty client, and they ordered 4 of them. And the other week, for some reason, I can't remember, there was too many beds or something, and I couldn't get my C-stand over the top of the client, the person who's having the treatment. So I chucked my A7 III on top of this with the Tamron 2875, and ball head on top of that, held perfectly, because this bad boy here, this lock, is really strong.
Yeah,
really strong. And as you can see, the actual piping for the telescopic bit, they're well built, Chris.
I know. So I'm just trying to find something that I shot the other day. Yeah.
So this is designed to hold lights, but and to be able to angle them. A lot of people who have smaller spaces of studios, whether it be photo or video, they'll hang strobes or cob lights on these, and it just enables you to be able to. That's the tattoo place?
Yeah. So I told him about them, and then he bought a load for his. This is for his piercing setup, and I was like, "Oh, that's just beautiful." And then he was sat in a really badly lit place, and I was like, "You need this. You need this in every station because it just looks cool."
Yeah, it absolutely does, and it sells it. What's he got on top? Just a standard screw-in fluorescent bulb thing.
Yeah, just super cheap. They're like 15 quid. Those lights.
Yeah,
but it just looks cool.
It does. They're very robust, aren't they?
I really think I'm probably going to get one because I've wanted one for about a year, but I've always thought 80 quid's just a bit too much. 75 quid, whatever it is. But for 50, no, what is it? 57?
Yeah, 58 quid. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good going.
And it comes with the spigot as well.
Yeah.
And you can go out at a 90-degree from that and obviously rotate round it. Yeah, they're just hold on. Oh, that's the fixing. That's the wall fixings, isn't it?
Yeah, won't be using them.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. Brilliant. That. Where are you going to use it?
Right here. Right here. So this camera would be mounted to it. Because at the moment my camera is actually sat on a speaker, and it's not quite in the right place. So I want to be able to move the camera around a bit, and also my microphone is above me, and I think I could probably mount the microphone on top of on that arm, and then I could move around. It doesn't matter where I am. I've got decent video and decent audio.
Yeah, because we're with the MP10, you could have that separation as long as it's pointed right on the axis that you want it to be. You could have it probably pretty much straight off the camera. You may need to extend it out a little bit, but not much. That's
I was going to just put a little arm, so because with the A6400, the screen comes up, and I actually use that. So I was going to have a little arm and then have it like next to the lens, like the end of it next to the lens.
Brilliant.
So,
nice solution. Nice solution. I like that. Yeah, I've not seen them that cheap ever.
No. Me either.
I shall chuck a link in the description.
Wonderful. What's my next one? Could be that. I don't know whether I sent you one of mine that I don't seem to have loaded up anymore. Did I send you anything that goes on? Did I send you two things that go on a cage, or just one?
You sent me one thing that went on a cage. Looking at the time, I'm not too sure if we'd have time to do. I'll WhatsApp you.
Is it the cold shoes?
Brilliant. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's not the one. That's not what I've closed the thing that I was looking at. So I'm just going to find it again because it was really nice.
In the meantime, Matt has said quite impressed with Neewer in general. Actually, they make some dirt cheap but solid guitar stands. Yeah, do you know what, their hardware is brilliant, and I've got to say, actually, not just their hardware. Yeah, all their hardware that I've used is spot on. But some of their lighting is great as well. The RGB, I was sent their RGB. I think it was 480 LED 3-pack. Came with a lovely case. I mean, I think all of us have about 6 million Neewer lighting stands, don't we? And yeah, you just can't fault Neewer. They are for the consumer, but I'd say they are bordering on prosumer. You know, I've used so much of that. There's at least one piece of Neewer kit on any shoot I ever go on.
Yeah, same here. This softbox, this beautiful big softbox that you saw earlier, that's Neewer.
Yeah.
And oh no, the next thing I'm going to show you isn't Neewer, but I saw it and I thought that's a bargain and I want one.
Okay, like a bargain.
It's a small rig side handle for the cage. Me and my business partner have been talking about getting a side handle for a while. And 22 quid, I think, is an absolute bargain. So 26 quid when it's not on Black Friday. But I've never seen this before. So I think this is probably potentially a new product that they brought out, and they've immediately slashed the price of it so people can find it. Have you got one? Is this exactly what you've got? No. I've never seen one.
So I'm trying to think. So is that then going to go on here?
Yeah. You wouldn't have the top one. So we haven't got top handles on our cages. So we just want one to hold where the shutter button is and the other to hold on the left-hand side. And it just used to have one on the Black Magic that I had, and it was glorious. It was such a nice way of filming. So I wanted another one.
You've just added the A7C to your arsenal, haven't you?
Yes.
And that's really quite stabilized.
Yeah.
That could free you up a lot, or at least Anya a lot.
Well, we've shot 2 weddings with the A7C, and both times she's done the whole thing handheld. It's very interesting, and I keep stealing it off of her and wanting to play with it.
Is handheld on a monopod or just handheld?
Just handheld. And the footage looks pretty good. I have to say, I am impressed. Yeah.
Are you shooting at 100 FPS for it?
Yeah.
You do. Yeah, you do everything at 100 FPS. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I want an A7C now.
Get one.
Yeah. I'll get 2. I'll get one for each hand. Then I won't need a side handle. Am I? Brilliant. Chuck a link in the comments, mate. James has said, I think I've nearly managed to eradicate Neewer, but there's always one thing from them that always seems to come in handy. Why on earth would you want to eradicate Neewer from your workflow? Like, Unless you're a snob and you just want everything Manfrotto. And if that's the case, I completely understand. Completely. What do you call it? Manfrotto?
Manfrotto, yeah.
Good. Okay. I'm going a little bit left field because I think if you don't have one, you need one. And if you do have one, you need at least another one.
Okay.
And I am in the market to get at least one more. Now, this is the third generation Echo Dot, but there's a fourth. There's a fourth. By the way, yes, we are camera and photo and video gear. But as
I would say this is the least left field Black Friday deal in existence.
Amazon product. But the fourth gen is currently on sale for $28.99. But the third gen, which is a decent speaker, my in-laws only have a third gen, and that speaker is perfect for dining. You don't eat it, but you know what I mean, for like background music, like it's perfect. So I would highly recommend at 19 quid, you could have one in the kitchen, one in the living room, one in the bedroom. Know what I'm saying? And even one in your converted shed outdoor space. And you could have it all the way through.
The nice thing about the third gen, there's a good thing about the third gen and a bad thing about the third gen, in my opinion.
Oh, fire away.
The good thing is it's got an inbuilt clock that lights up. So it's got like a dot matrix thing behind the speaker. So if you were going to have it in your bedroom.
On the third gen?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure.
Oh no, that looks like it's the fourth gen.
I'm pretty sure the third gen does that. I might be wrong.
The fourth gen
that would be the one I'd want in my bedroom.
That's the fourth gen, like a ball, and third gen is like a puck, like they've always been.
Yeah, I'm sure the third gen has got. It might not have. The thing I don't like about it. Can you see what the first gen looks like?
Oh my god!
Because maybe I'm getting confused.
Are you? First gen never had one.
No, I know, but I might be confused with my generations. Right, so that's first gen.
Yeah,
that's the one I like.
Do you?
You know why I like it?
Because it looks like latex and you're a pervert.
It looks like a hockey puck. No, the reason I like it is it takes micro USB to power it. Everything past first gen is it's either a cable you can't take out or it's one of the AC DC adapter thingies.
Thunderstruck.
You know what I mean? Like it's not a USB cable, and it really limits you on where you can put them. So I've got an Alexa, one up there, Alexa. I wouldn't be able. Did you see that?
I don't know.
She's up there, look, mounted to that. You wouldn't be able to put a second gen or anything later than a second gen up there because you can't get the lead. Yeah, you can't power them. We've got another one that's built into a wall in our hallway, and you wouldn't be able to get it there. You wouldn't be able to get the power to get there without a long USB cable.
Yeah.
So we bought the one in our hallway, I think Black Friday 2 years ago, and the new one was out, and we still bought the old one because of the USB problems.
Understood. However, if you don't have first world problems like Chris, and you can actually get somewhere near a plug, then cracking. Also, you can get third-party things which hold it, and you wrap the cable round, and then it clips around the plug, and then it just sits there on the wall, plugged into the wall. I want one of those for the living room. I want them all over my house. I've decided that I'm going all in for the Echo Dot rather than Google Home, because Google Home it's terrible. I hate my Google Home. And she repeats everything. You know how the Echo Dot just says, okay, this one, I'll say, turn off the cave, and she'll go, okay, turning off 7 things. And it's like, okay, so me 6 lights and me PC. But then sometimes when I come in and I'll say, turn on the cave, if I haven't turned off the cave, I've only turned off the light, it'll say, cave PC is already on. It's like, oh, I didn't ask you that. If it's on, crack it, it's on. If it's not, turn it on. Does my head in. First world problems.
We've got Alexas in every room of the house. Just to let you know.
on,
We've got
mate.
2 in our bedroom.
2.
Yeah, we've got the big tall one. I don't know what it's called in the lounge.
Echo.
Yeah. We've got a dot in the hallway. We've got a show, which is the one with the screen. We've got one of those in George's room, one in the spare room, and 2 in our bedrooms. In our bedroom.
Why
One on each side.
Bedroom?
Use them as a bedside clock.
Brilliant. And do you get
And then
stereo as well?
Yeah. And then we've got one in the bathroom as well.
Oh, okay.
Which is the power comes down through the ceiling and it sits on top of our bathroom cabinet. It's a cracking idea it was, because now we can play George like a little bath time for babies mix.
Ah, that's cute.
And you
James
can say,
is a
make a
fella
spa.
James has no voice activated products at all.
I've got loads. Got so many. Got some lights, look. They're good, aren't they?
James, you're dead to us. You really are. Also, James has put most of my stuff is now from Pixar Pro, which is with it. Pixar Pro is just always more expensive, though, isn't it?
Is it good past 8?
Yeah.
What time did we start?
Half past 7.
So we've got 15 minutes left. We haven't got the timer telling us. That's the problem. It says 20 minutes because I closed it.
I can't see any timer up here.
Oh, that's good then.
It's not going well tonight, is it?
It has been a complete cluster, that word.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, your go. Have you got something fun? Have you got something as fun as my Echo Dot?
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on.
Can't wait.
It's not. I'm going to go with the one I was going to do because it is a genuine bargain and I love it and it's on sale.
I kind of get the feeling that you're saying all this because you know I'm not going to approve.
No, you'll approve.
Okay.
That one. Boom.
How much?
£319 after £40 cashback, which I think is ridiculous. It's my favorite lens of all time. For anybody who's watching on a phone, it's the Sigma 16mm 1.4 contemporary lens.
That is quite the bargain.
Yes, it is. It's an actual bargain as opposed to
something that's just relatively cheap.
Yeah,
that really is a good price. One of those lives on your 6400, doesn't it? It's this. You shoot weddings with that as well, don't you?
I shoot everything with this lens. I use other lenses, but 90% of what I film with this lens. I don't know why. I just know it. I know it's going to focus. The focus is so fast. That's why I love it. Because I know I can rely on it, except for the other day when I was shooting a wedding and it all went Pete Tong. But usually I know I can rely on it. I think it's actually my A6300 which might be going wrong, not the lens. It is old. Oh, Jane said, "Oh, I googled this lens earlier and fell down the rabbit hole. If I was a Sony man, this would be the main lens."
Yeah, APS-C.
Yeah. It's just beautiful.
It is. So some of the stuff that you show me, I mean, obviously that 1.4 helps a great deal as well.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, I mean, what more can you say? It's a good lens.
Yeah. It's the best. It's the best lens I've ever... It's the best value for money lens I've ever used. For 300 quid. Oh, it's a good lens.
And the fact that a third-party lens works so well with the the autofocus is something
But
that,
Sony don't make anything anywhere near this. I think they make a 24-1.4 for full frame, which is very expensive. They don't make anything this wide with this wide an aperture
no,
anywhere near this cost, which is
no.
unbelievable.
Well, the nearest I've got to that for the full frame is the Samyang 18mm 1.8.
Interesting.
And
Because
that's
that's
nice.
on offer as well, isn't it?
Is it?
I sent you the link to it.
That's the 12.
Oh, that's the 12. Well, let's move swiftly on to that because I also thought that was a good deal.
That is a good deal. I've actually
But I
got
didn't
it.
know whether it was full frame or APS-C. It
Well,
says E-mount, so I assume it's APS-C.
Yeah, the giveaway is in the description. It says for Sony's APS-C.
You can't get up on your high horse when you didn't prepare anything. You stole half of my things. I was rushing around trying to find them. No, you're wrong.
Do you know what's even better when you have a rant now? Your whole roof is backing you up.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Have you played with one of these?
Yeah, it's angry red. Look.
Grr. Have you played with one of these?
No, just saw it and I thought it would be a good thing to talk about.
It's lovely, that, isn't it? I mean, it looks stubby. I mean, in comparison, it looks like it's sticking out as much as pretty much the 16. But it looks robust, doesn't it? I mean, just that focus wheel just looks like. Do you ever get that with lenses? You just look and you just go, I want to get my hand round it, and do you know what I mean?
I think I might have tried this lens when I was in Australia in a camera shop. I remember trying a lens in Australia. I don't know what it was. It was definitely Samyang, definitely autofocus.
I was just walking down the streets of Sydney, and I found myself in
Sydney.
camera.
You're right. Yeah, I didn't find myself there. I went and hunted one out because I wanted to buy a zoom lens, which I bought and never used.
He wants a zoom lens and picks up a 12mm.
Well, I was looking when I was in the shop. I was like, I'm gonna look for anything I want to look at.
12 elements, 10 groups. Yeah. 213 grams. Is that light? It's a number to me.
Yeah, it's a number. No idea. I would imagine so.
12 as well. If there's minimal fish eye thing, what's it? That will be quite good for interior shots for what they're called? For real estate.
Real estate, yeah. Mr. Nerd's here. And he says, has the Pointer Mark II got Adam pissed yet?
No, not yet, because it's 5 days brew and then 3 days condition. I was the first in the world last night to test and put up a video for the Pinter Mark II. If you don't know what the Pinter is, you brew fresh beer at home, and it's brilliant. And the Mark II is just stunning. The quality is just, So yeah, can't wait to get that brewed and conditioned and drinking. I do extracurricular things. Sorry, Chris.
That's fine. How do I make? There we go. I'm going to steal it. So, Matt's just asked, have you seen any of those magic arm clamp things going cheap recently?
Never.
You mean these? I have. I saw on eBay because I was looking for some more. I've got two. This light is mounted with one, and the light above my head is mounted with one. And they're absolutely wonderful things. I saw a pack of 12 on eBay sell for 180 quid. And I was like, that's an absolute bargain. I always, every now and again, I look on eBay to see how much they're going for, because they seem to go relatively cheap secondhand. And I think I paid 40 quid for mine, and I bought just the clamps. I can't actually see the clamp on its own. There it is. 26 quid. Bargain.
go away. But the arm is the friction arm is. By the way, did you ever bring my cheap friction arm?
Yes, I did. Gave it to you. So, in answer to your question, Matt, yes, I have seen one going cheap right here. I think 26 quid's a bargain, but you don't. You can mount loads of stuff to that. You don't have to use the friction arm. I've only got the one friction arm. I've got that one.
So what do you do? Do you
different head on it?
Spigot in it.
It's got spigots already on.
All right.
So it's got spigots inbuilt in the arm. Where's that other one gone? No, it was that one, wasn't it? It was this one.
Yeah.
This is the one I've got. So you have two spigots and no, I haven't got this one. I've got a similar one. But yeah, two spigots on the end, which have got screw threads as well on the spigots.
Your one,
my one's got that thing.
Yeah,
to do it up.
Yeah, I was dying to nick that when you came up.
Yeah, they're really nice. They're really good bits of kit. I use it every time I make a YouTube video. I use it. But now I've used it to permanently mount this light in place, so I need another. But they're not on. If they go on Black Friday, I'll probably get one. But they go for quite cheap on eBay as well. But I wouldn't worry about buying it secondhand because they are rock solid. Yeah. They're not gonna wear out over time. Especially the clamps. The clamps they're strong, really strong. Oh, you know what I found the other day?
What?
I was talking to you about it. You keep everyone entertained.
The thing is, most of Manfrotto's stuff does hold up, and it doesn't really age. It gets knocked, it gets bashed, but that's what they're designed to do. And the thing is that unless you're wanting to get new fluid stuff with new things, then you don't need to get it brand new. That is the car body mount that we're talking about. That you said you used it once with a GoPro and kind of made a mess of your pants and never used it again.
Yeah, I've got 3 of these. Yeah, they're really, really, really strong. But last forever because they're just made of really strong stuff.
Well, yours lasts forever because you don't use it because you're too scared.
Yeah.
Does anyone else ever notice that sometimes when I ever go at Chris, he makes this look as if I'm a bully, and he kind of, yeah.
No, I just put up with it because I'm a lovely person.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Is it my go?
Yeah, yeah. No, I've just done the magic arm.
Oh, okay.
I ain't got any left. Well, I've used all mine.
Well, I've got something that you sent me that you can talk us through because I don't really know why you want this. Unless this is going to be actually the answer to what I need.
I've only put in here things that I would actually buy. Do you not know what that is?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why would you want to put an extra hot shoe anywhere?
So that you can mount multiple things to the top of your camera. So I will give you an example of what I use those for.
Yeah, but I already have one there and one there and one there.
That's because you've got a top handle. I haven't got a top handle, so I've only got one.
Okay.
And one on the camera.
Cracking.
But on my Blackmagic, and I'd like to do this again, I used to store my Rode Wireless Go 2s on the camera. So across the top of the camera, I had 3 of those. Yeah. Nice. Exactly like that. So I'd have 3 of those, and then and one of them would be plugged in. And then I could just take it off, give it to whoever I'm miking up. And then when they're done with it, they give it me back. It goes back on the camera. I know I've got it. I just really like them. I think they're clever.
So your 2 transmitters and your receiver are always on your camera unless one is being used.
Yeah.
And
the receiver is always plugged in. And also then you can also use a video light, or you can use a microphone or whatever you want in your standard hot shoe, because you can put those anywhere. I used to have them down the side in between the handle and the cage. so that I could see them, but they weren't in my way and they weren't affecting anything.
And they're relatively protected as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That's handy. Very handy, yeah. I thought that was going to be the answer to my prayers.
What do you want? Let me see if I can answer your prayer.
What I'm looking for is a solution to be able to hot swap from my gimbal to my tripod.
Well, you just need to get you need to get a quick release plate. You need to get 2 quick release plates. One that goes on your tripod, one that goes on your gimbal.
But I want something small enough and light enough that it's not really going to affect the gimbal that much.
Why does it matter if it's balanced?
Because I don't want to add to... The problem is that I never would have worried about battery life with the Xi'an Weebill S that I've got. But the problem is I've recently added the Tamron 28 to 75. Up until getting that, all I ever had on there was the Samyang 18mm. And with the how light that lens is, I could run that gimbal for like 6 months. Not really, but you know what I mean? And not really have to worry about the battery. Now I'm getting towards the end of a full day's shoot, and I'm like, oh, I'm a little bit worried. And of course, I could have a second lot of 18650s and a charger there, but I'd prefer... I'm going to have to do that anyway, but I don't want to add to the draining of the battery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. What I would recommend...
You've got 2 minutes.
Is these. Have you seen these?
I have.
So these are Manfrotto. Well, these are a rip-off of Manfrotto.
They look like Arca Swiss, don't they, with the thing?
They look like the top of my Manfrotto tripod. And the same as those clamps. You can get heads that have the same fitting on them as well. Same quick release plate. But these are everywhere. I've got like 4 of these because they keep coming with things that I buy. So not 4 of the base, but I've got 4 of the tops, so that I can go from to a different piece of kit if I need to.
Is that metal?
Yeah. Not very big, not very heavy.
No, because I was worried it was going to be like hardened plastic. But if they're metal, that really could be the answer to my problems. What's the
what's compatible with Manfrotto?
What's the underside of it like? All right. Yeah.
That would be beautiful. It would work really well. You'd only have to balance it the one time, and then you just put it in every time you want to use it.
It's just the amount of times where I'm on a tripod or on a gimbal, and I've got to switch to the other. And it's mainly if I'm on tripod, I'm like, yeah, okay, we're set up for this. And then like Emma's like, do you not want to just get a little bit of B-roll of this? And I'm like, no, we don't need it. Just because I can't be bothered getting the hot shoe off what's on, swapping it with the sled for the Weebill S, and then balancing it and all that. But if at the time of setup, I balanced it on the gimbal, then just powered off the gimbal and went on and it was there. If I never used it, I never used it. But if I needed to use it, so that would, nice one. What's that one? 24 quid?
11 quid.
No, I got to get 2 of them.
Oh, you got to get 2, yeah. What I used to do in that situation when we shot weddings, so we would, when we're filming like a whole ceremony, we need to capture all the speeches and everything, but I'd be using the camera that I wanted to use to capture the audio. I'd be using it on the gimbal. So I'd set the tripod up at the back of the church, ready to go, and I'd put the base plate of the tripod on the bottom of my gimbal.
Yeah.
And then I'd follow the bride in and put it straight on the gimbal, turn on the microphone, jobs are good. And
I've done that before, but it frightens me because I saw a video once of a guy with a gimbal on a monopod. You know, I live with my gimbal on a monopod, and he's got it at a 45-degree angle. He's walking along the side of a beach, and all of a sudden, the monopod just goes, no. No, it's not. It's not the monopod. It's the screw up into the base of the gimbal, and it just goes because those screws are not long. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And if they're cheap, they're going to fall. They're going to fail.
Yeah.
We've got a question from Mr. Nerd. He said, what does the cost per pint work out as? Just on a final sidetrack.
Yeah, so most fresh presses are around, I think they're going up a little bit because they're adding fresh hops as well. But they were around 14, 15 quid for a fresh press, and that brings out 10 pints. So £1.40, £1.50 a pint. But for fresh beer, and if you've never tasted fresh beer, oh my God, and you know, like the stuff that you get in pubs, generally, if it's out of just a standard cask, it could be 3-4 months old, especially in the Wetherspoons, because that's how they get it cheap, because they buy it towards the end of the day. But fresh beer, literally just tapped and just settled and put, oh, it's amazing. I don't even have an outro.
Ignore that bit. Ignore the date. Everybody ignore the...
By the way, we're going to be doing a Q&A very soon. And also, Chris at some point is going to be setting up a Facebook page. So keep an eye on both of our communities on YouTube, and Chris will probably do it in the group, and we'll be setting up some stuff. But we're doing a Q&A very soon. So let us know if you have any questions. Send your emails to no, that's me. mastersofnonstream@gmail.com. We're so prepared this week.
Bye.
Bye.